So why aren't more people getting on their bikes? Well, on the continent, 40% of short journeys are driven by pedal power. Here, it's just 2%.
We are more likely to be injured while walking or driving, but many people think cycling is simply too dangerous. Well, Kate Prout jumped on hers and reports now from the streets of Norwich.
Just ease back a bit and slot in. We'll just slot in front of this van, look.
Negotiating the streets of Norwich with Neil Turner.
So ride absolutely steadily, confidently. I'm at least a metre out from the yellow line.
Neil runs bike safety courses throughout Norfolk.
I think cycling's are much safer than we all perceive it to be. Statistically, 11 times more accidents happen to pedestrians and motorists than cyclists. But predominantly people who don't cycle perceive it to be really, really dangerous. And cycling is statistically not as dangerous as we think it is.
But accidents do, of course, happen. So what are his main tips for staying safe?
The three key things we coach are balance, control, awareness. And all those three things all lead to you being a much more confident rider. And with confidence, you'll tackle the road conditions much better and you'll make the best use of the skills you've got.
The city is getting £5 million, primarily for an 8-mile route stretching across Norwich from east to west, from Heartsease to the UEA and the Norwich Research Park.
What about our existing cycle paths? I bike to work every day, and my biggest problem is that a lot of the cycle routes just abruptly end, like here, which leaves you then at the mercy of the rest of the traffic.
We're a cycling city already. We're one of the top 5 cycling cities in the country already. We want to improve upon that, and we think we can. This is serious money, and we can make a big difference to the cycling infrastructure to make it safer for people, and to increase their perception that cycling is a safe thing to do in the city. That way more people will get out of their cars and on their bikes.
We've some way to go until we get to the standard of, say, Amsterdam. But with a bit of respect from drivers, pedestrians and cyclists, there's enough room on the road for everyone. Kate Prout, ITV News, Norwich.
A group of cycling experts in Norfolk is helping the homeless and disadvantaged in Great Yarmouth get some decent wheels.
What's more, they're being taught to build and repair their own bikes, and all for free, as Kate Prout reports.
Oil is, do these gears and stuff like that. Yeah.
A few small repairs and David Gowing and his bike are ready to hit the road.
They teach us how to adjust the brakes and things like that, the gears and that, which I never knew was that little tiny screw down there. So, yeah, and we just change brake blocks and cables and stuff like that. And it's just absolutely brilliant to be back on my bike.
And he's not the only one. In the last few months, the group has helped 50 people get 50 bikes roadworthy.
It's improved their transportability, they can get to places, they've improved their confidence, and learning how to fix and deal with their own bikes. It's just been invaluable to them. Absolutely brilliant project.
On Yarmouth's seafront today, it's a truly family affair.
I learned how to build a bike, and I ride around with the children now, and it's really good exercise for us, and enjoyment. And on my car I don't have to drive anymore.
They've learnt a lot of bits of maintenance on the bikes, how to change the tyres, how to repair their brakes, the gears, and a little bit about riding the bike safely.
Cycle safety is top of the agenda for all ages. This specially designed track is a good way to develop balance and awareness.
Cycling has got such a big latent capacity. We know in Yarmouth that 90% of youngsters have got a bike, 80% of their parents have got a bike, but 70% of both those groups don't use their bikes. So there's such a big latent capacity for us to get active and feel great.
Neil and his team have encouraged 2,000 people to get on their bike in Yarmouth alone this summer. They're now looking to make it a permanent feature on the seafront. Kate Prout, ITV News.